everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nao Nails. In this video we are going to complete the Toy Story look. So we're going to sculpt out 3 nails and add the finishing touches to these beautiful nails. Exciting! Bang, 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 bang. It isn't that anymore.
No, it's not. It's not that anymore.
Right, so I'm going to sculpt these out. So I'm going to pop on my sculpting forms and we're going to keep with this ballerina shape. I have seen lots of people on Instagram at the minute doing like one shape, apart from one finger will be a different shape. Oh, looks a bit weird. Messes with my mind. Don't like having one random shape in there really. Unless it's like something really extreme. Like loads of square ones and then a stiletto one here. Or a stiletto one there. It's like, I don't know, I find it a bit strange. It's like a bit of a fashion thing that's going on at the minute.
Have you ever done one, like a different one on every finger?
No, that would look weird.
We have done it.
That might look quite good.
We have done it. When you were doing sculpt filing techniques.
Yeah.
On all the different
Yeah.
shapes.
Yeah, so she had a different one on.
I forget all the different ones that we've done.
I don't.
And embedded, burnt into the back of your retina.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Next step, we are going to use the Nail Prep dehydrator. It's going to dehydrate that nail, make it ready for the primer application. Then we're going to use the Ultra Bond Acid Primer. I'm going to sculpt out in natural beige. It'll be really easy to change this design at a later date because most of it's done with gel polish and acrylic paints. So we can really change what we do. So I'm going to start in the centre of that nail. Not going to worry about the cuticle area just yet. Tipping the finger down, making sure the product's running down that form. And then teasing it down.
Number 2.
No, I'm not. Try my best not go too long. Just over a 1.5 because I want to make sure I've got enough to file as well. Because I will file it a little bit, so a little bit of that length will be removed. A slightly smaller bead at the back here. I'm going to do the pinky now. Now because this is the pinky, this wants to be slightly shorter. Pinky's always slightly shorter as it looks extremely unbalanced. Now as soon as I've got that product on, I'm going to have a little look on at this nail that we did before, and we're going to give this a little pinch. Ready to pinch now.
Very violent today.
Oh, really? Am I?
Yeah,
sorry.
Violent
I just think you're not used to it anymore. You've not had your nails done for a while, Kate, and you're just like, you've just turned into a bit of a wuss.
The fear. Fear that's kept me awake, Kirsty.
Oh, you forgot, didn't you?
This tough Scottish woman is just soft as muck.
Lived in England for too long. Not used to the freezing cold rain and hail and snow anymore. It's turned me soft.
And that's all in one day.
Yeah.
That's what I love about the Northeast.
You'll always be a Glaswegian at heart. You love the different weather patterns?
Yeah.
Really?
You get all 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah, but like...
Brilliant.
It's not my kind of fun, though.
My kind of fun is sun, sun, sun.
Right, I'm going to pinch this one now, because that will be ready to pinch. I'm going to pinch the free edge a little bit, and then I'm going to take the form off. While that one's pinching, I can file. So I'm going to go through my normal filing routine. So I filed those and we're ready for application for gel polish. Come on, we're going to get the bottle open with one hand. That was pretty good. Sherbet lemon. So this is the background and we're going to take inspiration from Woody's outfit. So he wears this yellow shirt with the red checked lines. I'm going to do 2 coats of this colour so we get a nice yellow going on. Pop that in the lamp for me. So I'm going to use a long thin brush to create the checked lines. Don't need to go all the way to the bottom because part of this will be covered. Just want to neaten up that line a little bit. So we've gone top to bottom, now we're going to go side to side. Take it back now, y'all. This is where you'll create those little squares. Noughts and crosses, anybody? Now this part's going to be covered, so don't need to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up that section. So I've got gel residue wipe off solution on my 3D brush. So we know that that section is going to be different. So that's pretty easy. So do it before you cure. Now you can pop me that in the lamp. So now we're going to go white. So this is Snow White. I'm going to do 2 coats of that colour. Pop that in. So I've got some serious black here. We're going to use this for the cow print. Using a dotting tool just to move that gel around to create...
Move the gel.
Oh! There you are, pop that into the lamp. I want to do like some little stitch marks. So I'm going to do some little dots. And I'm going to do some little lines for the little stitches. Now I'm going to use the black, but very, very lightly, just to create a very slight grey shadow on the edge of the cow print. Pop me that in the lamp. I can top coat that one now. I really like this one. So I'm using Lily of the Nile. Right, on this one, we're going to create a kind of a sky background. You want to make sure this is really thin. Then I'm going to use Azure. I'm just going to come across like this for now. Create a little bit of texture. Make sure you go right to the edge. What you're doing is you slightly mixing it, but what you want it to leave is some of the lines. So they look like the sky. Yeah, so that's how you want it to look like. Pop that in the lamp, and we're going to use Snow White. We're also going to have a little bit of top coat at the side. So a little bit of top coat and a little bit of white. So now we're going to do the clouds. So you want to start with sort of an oval shape, and you're going to work out like that. Now, doing this with the white and the clear just gives it a slightly softer look.
It's a bit more like translucent. Is that the...
Yeah, transparent.
Could also be the Simpsons, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Start of the
Simpsons. Then we're going to take the white on its own. Just feed a little bit of that into it. So these clouds need to be wet. It just adds a little bit of strong white towards the centre of those clouds. Pop them in the lamp. So we're going to top coat. I'm going to do 2 top coats. I'm going to buff after the first and then reapply just to help to soften it. Excuse the dogs barking outside. Clearly something's irritating them.
Excited.
Yeah. So I'm just buffing it, make it a little bit softer so it's not as lumpy bumpy. Get rid of the dust and we can top coat. Pop that in.
Yeah.
We should actually do the shirt in the background for this one because it's Woody's shoe that we're going to do. I think that'll look nice and I think it'll tie everything together. So we'll go with the yellow, 2 coats of this, pop that in. Pop that in. Right, so we're going to use Autumn Charm and we're going to mix it with a little bit of the yellow, that's Sherbet Lemon. That's going to give us a better colour for the boot. So we're going to do the bottom, so we're going to do the sole of the boot. And in the other films, it said Andy. In this film,
It says Bonnie.
Bonnie. Right, so we're going to do this boot and we're going to do the pointed part towards the tip of the nail because that'll just complement the shape of the nail. Is it called a Cuban heel
I think so, yeah.
that the cowboy boot has?
I don't think it's called that in the Wild West though, is it?
A Cuban heel?
Probably hadn't heard of Cuba like back in the day when the cowboy boots were invented.
I don't know.
Right, put me that in the lamp. Then I'm going to add a little bit of black to the brown. So I'm just creating a little bit of a shadow to separate the heel and the sole of the front part of the boot. Pop that in the lamp. So I've added a little bit of black just around the edge, very fine. And then I've just lightened that colour with a little bit of the yellow. And we're just using that to slightly highlight parts of that boot. We want a tiny bit of white. So we've got this sort of light tan colour. It's a lot more tan than I am or ever get.
Don't know, you were quite tanned in one of our videos the other day.
The spray tan had it. Is it a bit crazy?
A bit.
That's better. It's like highlighting that. Oh, it's better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it's gone more 3D, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Pop me that in the lamp. We were going to write Andy, then we were going to write Bonnie, but then we decided we should write Kirsty.
And property of Kirsty Meekin.
Yeah. Seems as these are my toys. So I'm going to do a backwards K, make it look more childlike. Backwards R?
Yeah, I think a backwards R.
Or a backwards S?
Yeah, because it's
S.
further away, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know, because that'll look like a 2.
Let's try it. I can always take that off. Like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's good.
I don't know if it should have been capitals though.
Oh, are they all capitals?
Let's have a look. I think
Well,
they are,
Andy
you know.
is, but I don't-
Andy is.
But it's Bonnie.
I don't know.
Right, put me that in. Let's give it a top coat now. Put me that in the lamp. Yeah, so I want to make that matte. Not the whole nail, just the bottom of the boot. So we're going to use the Urban Graffiti matte top coat and just tickle that over there, just on the boot. And when I look at them, I might even make the cow print matte. Right, let's do the boot first. There, pop me that in. So I'm going to do the same on the cow print. Pop that in. Let's wipe over it, get that sticky layer off as well. Ooh yeah, I like that matte. I like that we've added like little bits of elements, little elements of matte. Let's put some cuticle oil on all of them now. You can see the full set. I wrote it upside down.
Well, you couldn't have wrote it any other way, really, because that's the way it's supposed to be written. It's supposed to start at the toes,
Yeah.
not the heel.
Does it look bad?
Oh, definitely looks like a child's written it.
Oh, that's alright.
Well, but look, see if it's like that. It doesn't look. It looks alright like that because it's like.
Oh, it looks great like that.
Everybody
But everything else is upside down.
No, I mean like.
It's fine.
There you are, guys, a full look of Toy Story 4. Don't forget to check it out in the cinemas. I mean, we should be paid for this. We should be paid to promote Toy Story 4.
Knowing
I think.
Disney will probably get sued by them.
Oh wow,
Kind of
yeah.
thinking.
Whoopsie. Surely we're helping to promote them.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go for a week.
Everything I've used today will be listed below. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. There's a snake in my boat! What else does he say when you pull the thing? It's at the back of him, isn't it?
I can't remember.
Moo. For this moo right here. Does look like a Simpsons, doesn't it? Character nails, please! Anything that's cartoon.